all you guys do is just sit in front. And he goes, I don't think so.
I would like to call our regular meeting of April 25th to order, please. May I have roll call?
Mr. Kudrick?
Present.
Ms. Lanasi?
Present.
Ms. White is excused. Mr. McCavich?
Here.
Ms. Freer?
Here.
Ms. Buckley?
Here.
Ms. Roscoe here.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We got lots
Mr.
of
Carr, are
room
there
here.
any changes in the agenda?
Yes, I would like to add to item G, there's also a middle school trip. And then I'd like to move item B to item G1.
Okay, may I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the changes to the agenda.
Support.
Any questions? Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Approval of our previous meeting minutes. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make
Go ahead.
the motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
I'll support.
Any question on the minutes? Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Motion's carried. Superintendent Carr.
Full house tonight. Very, very happy to see everyone here to celebrate the retirement of a great number of very, very fine employees. Each of our board members, or most of our board members, have the opportunity and the honor to read the resolution relative to each employee. So we'd like to have the employee please come forward as we honor them tonight. Maybe we start down at one end and work our way around, Tom?
Yeah, that's fine.
That'd be okay?
That'd be fine.
Yeah, we'll start over there.
We start with you.
I'll start with you, Mr. Curry. Would you prefer that I start? I can. Doesn't matter.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's okay.
All right.
Now, who do we have?
I got Loretta Good.
Lori here?
Is Loretta here?
She's not here yet? Oh.
She's not. Did you look out?
I'll start.
Ms. Lanasi?
Okay, mine is for Shirley Lamberson.
Betty.
She's here.
Go, Shirley.
Betty, pull your mic up so the people at home can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Well, you want me, wait, I can sit
Yeah, I
down.
want you to sit so you can just
Yeah,
talk in the mic, please. That would be
well, wait a minute, let me sit down and talk on the mic, how's that?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that's great. Thank you.
Okay, Romulus Community School District Board of Education Resolution. Whereas Shirley Lamberson has served the Romulus Community School District in positions such as transportation, maintenance, accounts payable, maintenance secretary, accounts payable, head bookkeeper, and director of transportation since 1974. And whereas Shirley Lamberson often volunteered her own time to help tutor business professionals of America students for competitions, and whereas Shirley Lamberson also supported the Senior High Student of the Month program and the Senior High Mitten program, where she purchased gifts for needy families at Christmas time, and whereas Shirley Lamberson worked on and supported various school district bond programs, and whereas Shirley Lamberson played a major role on committees that revised the district's elementary school boundaries and bus discipline policy. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Romulus Board of Education, speaking on behalf of all the people of this community, does hereby tender this official resolution of appreciation commending Shirley Lamberson on her 30-year career of distinguished service to the Romulus Community Schools. It's signed by our President, Cheryl Buckley, and our Secretary, Celeste Roscoe.
I I asked Shirley, how could she retire before me, and she's younger than I am. Makes me feel really old. Okay, Mr. McCavitt.
The resolution I have is for Kathleen Ship. Romulus Community School District Board of Education resolution. Whereas Kathleen Ship has worked for the Romulus Community School District for 30 years, and whereas Kathleen Ship has served our school district and our community as a bus driver throughout her career, Local 64 Vice President and Union Steward, and whereas Kathleen Ship enjoyed the acquaintances she made with students and parents, and whereas Kathleen Ship particularly looked forward to meeting children of her former students and having them assigned to her bus runs, and whereas Kathleen Ship retired from the Romulus School District on October 27, 2004, now therefore be it resolved that the Romulus Board of Education, speaking on behalf of all the people of this community, expresses its appreciation to Kathleen Ship for her service to the Romulus Community Schools since 1975. Signed, President Cheryl Buckley, Secretary Celeste Rosfa.
Ms. Freya.
The resolution that I have tonight is for Mae Jackson. Whereas Mae Jackson has served the Romulus Community School District as a senior high school social studies, English, and social living teacher, counselor, and guidance department head since 1967. Whereas Mae Jackson has frequently commended for the extra school activities she organized, such as Awards Night, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Career Day, and Financial Aid Night. And whereas Mae Jackson was also recognized for her many contributions to the district's outstanding graduation ceremonies. And whereas Mae Jackson was praised by administrators for having excellent rapport with students, parents, staff, and administrators, providing our students with the best possible opportunities for success, and for being an advocate for all students. Whereas Mae Jackson was an active member of the Wayne Optimist Club that provided many years of generous Christmas gifts programs for Quarry Elementary students. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Romulus Board of Education, speaking on behalf of all the people of this community, express its sincere gratitude and appreciation to Mae Jackson for her 37 years of dedicated service to the Romulus Community Schools. Extend its best wishes to Mae Jackson for her family on a wonderful retirement. Signed, President Cheryl Buckley, Secretary Celeste Resco.
That one almost brought tears to my eyes. Miss Jackson was my counselor in high school.
She's better known as
Mine too.
Probably everybody in here, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I have the next resolution. This is for Mr. Dupree. Mr. Dupree, this is an honor for me. I know you and my mother were such good friends, so come right up. And I'll read this. Okay, well, you can stay right there. Oh, no, stay right there, whatever's comfortable for you. Okay. Romulus Community Schools Board of Education resolution. Whereas Alvin Dupree has worked and served our students, staff, and community for 39 years as a first-class custodian at the middle school, and whereas Alvin Dupree has always performed his duties with care, pride, and dignity, And whereas Alvin Dupree received frequent outstanding evaluations for his exemplary work as night leader of the middle school custodian staff. And whereas Alvin Dupree was additionally commended for his extra efforts helping out at special events such as homecoming, graduation, and the junior prom. And whereas Alvin Dupree further served the community by working carefully with the Romulus Flyers football team at their home games. And whereas Alvin Dupree was also often cited for his strong work ethic and exemplary attendance records. Now therefore be it resolved that the Romulus Board of Education, speaking on behalf of all the people of this community, does hereby tender this official resolution of appreciation commending Alvin Dupree for its countless contributions to the Romulus School District since 1965. So that's Roscoe. You're welcome. You need some help with that? Here. I'll come around. Give it to him. That's it. Sorry.
Take my chair.
We ready? I have the honor of reading the resolution for Patricia Sprinkle.
Keep it here when you're on.
Romulus Community School District Board of Education resolution. Whereas Patricia Sprinkle has worked for the Romulus Community School District for 21 years as a first-class bus driver and custodian. And whereas Patricia Sprinkle received consistent high evaluations for her outstanding work. And whereas Patricia Sprinkle has always performed her duties with care, pride, and dignity. And whereas Patricia Sprinkle served Local 64 as a member of the negotiation team, union steward, vice president, and president. And whereas Patricia Sprinkle will be missed for her character and love of people. Now therefore be it resolved that the Romulus Board of Education, speaking on behalf of all the people of this community, does hereby tender this official resolution of appreciation commending Patricia Sprinkle for her contributions to the Romulus School District since 1985. We also have one for Gail Majinski and Landis Appleby, who aren't with us tonight unless they came in late.
And Laura Good. We got this one over here, too.
Yes, congratulations to all the retirees. We thank the family for being here to support them. You know, I was roughly adding up the years. It's about, I like to do this when we have retirements, but you got about 240 years, roughly, with everybody up there. So, congratulations. We're going to take just a short break. Mr. Cruz can take pictures of our retirees, so everybody that got a plaque, if they're right here, so.
You're certainly welcome to stay after this. If you'd like to leave, though, don't feel embarrassed.
Right, you may leave.
What's up, Brother Jackson? You grabbing your nuts yet?
Help yourself to the refreshments while they're taking pictures.
Get as close as you can, guys. So here, somebody help Alvin here. Need some help?
How'd your personnel meeting go? Okay?
Good. Real good. Everything is right on the mark.
You sure?
Boys, look.
Guys, here, hold it up higher. There you go. Okay, ready, guys? Nice smiles. All right, Alvin, you can do it. I know you can.
That what we made down?
One more. Hello.
I knew we moved it down, but I was wondering if that's all we had.
Yeah.
Well, there's no, I mean,
No. You know, it seems beautiful.
Look good with the rest of it.
I think I picked the longest one.
Now, did you guys see the other two?
That sprinkle went on a medical.
Yeah, she was over at Barth. I dealt with her with the Cub Scouts.
I didn't know it was there.
The major station?
They had that 60 minutes. Talking about it. That's a nonconformist.
Now I want to.
Yeah, that's true.
Savage. No, was it
Oh,
Savage?
Gene.
Gene
Was
Savage.
it Gene Savage?
America, I went to that. Sure it is. Read
And then
America.
Nellie. I can't think of her last name.
Bye.
Congratulations, I hear you're retiring too.
That's
Maybe I'll have
yeah,
to run for the
30.
Board of Education.
You do it. Out of America.
Go for it.
We have to, it's too late for this year.
I know.
Billion.
I've been hoping, you know? I'm working on my health right now.
Okay, okay.
I'm thinking about doing
All my buddies are gonna be gone, you know?
Doing okay?
35
Feeling good?
billion. He's the largest holder.
What's in your packet?
I didn't see it. I got two of almost everything else, it seemed like.
I'm on the personnel committee.
Oh, that's probably why.
Yeah, you can cash in
No, I got all
today.
the finance stuff.
You can't be talking about
I'm
that.
not supposed to transact for 14
Said I want you
days.
to
It's
know, I
got
just hit the mega game.
it goes in effect.
Oh,
I missed one number getting that 205 million.
oh my God.
Number 49.
Well, I don't know that guy in Port Huron. I wish you'd walk back because I could say I know you.
Because I had,
Yeah, right. That's how much you got?
Are you telling me you wouldn't be answering
Oh,
cashed it in yet, but
oh, you got your check already?
you gotta go to the lottery place and cash it in.
Oh, okay.
But my sister's reading it off, and I go, I got that number, I got that number. Like the lottery game.
Yeah.
Well, he's a teacher, though.
Got that 5 with the white ball.
Did you hear it, Frank? Yeah.
That's, you know, I'd have bet at the Michigan State Lottery the next day.
Hey, Tom.
I have never
Old
won.
guy buying a mirror back there.
I only played $1 ever. And I got
One I like this.
Fourth grade teacher.
That's what hit.
Ticket on her, she may not get out of here.
Yeah, but he's not retiring. Oh, no, that's right. He didn't put in for this. Hey, you know what? I really,
What else do we got?
you know, Doug is really good. But I hate to see him leave the high school because they're doing such an exceptional job over there.
Yeah, but see, he's got Hearst and wherever would be there, so whoever knew would be in there.
We doing bills
Some
for
of these other ones, I'm not sure. Some of these other
know
ones
where we're
are
at.
fairly new.
All right.
Personnel, oh, they moved personnel.
Well,
Now you go to bills.
Doesn't complicate things.
All right.
isn't she over? Sherman Spicer's over at Community High. She's
I thought she was with, no,
huh?
I don't think, I don't know. That would probably be, these two would probably be.
Now, are we going to
She
post
does so good over at Corey.
I was like, this is like,
whenever we do?
Their program.
Well, you can't fault a person because they do good in their job. That's the bad thing.
Hope they don't linger.
We're not able like a panel. No. Okay.
stressed out that
Are we taking a break?
Yeah, I think that's the way to do it.
Hey, you should go give this to
Well, I will. I was waiting till the
tomorrow.
end. I'll get it down to
do
her.
his presentation tomorrow. But you know, Ron would do it.
I know Ron, you know what Ron told us?
Stress and relax.
Ron was so funny when he made this presentation. He said, you know what? It's
Like the
on
second
Friday,
wave
so he
is
said, but you
coming.
know, I'll tell you teachers, you guys went
Yeah.
way overboard with this. Way.
Oh, it's
and Ron
terrible.
was, they were laughing. Ron was really got carried away.
We have a puzzle.
On this, they tell them that we approve all
Barry
the,
King is here.
we don't approve them, we don't.
Grab April's, take out a piece.
So you're sending another one of these.
They asked me, is this Ron's? I said, well, we, you know, do you read them?
She'll never know.
I said, we divide them up.
Hey,
and
kids.
read them.
Grab April's,
And I said, I've never
take out a
known anybody
piece.
yet
She'll
to,
never know.
We got a puzzle in there.
It'd be a week before she figure out how to put it together.
Looks like the payment of bills and the budget revision.
I was like, where did it come from? Who made it up? Who makes these kids do this? Because they took all the fun out of it. It's something that could be fun.
mean,
Say,
but they
here's
haven't
the project,
surprised
you
you
have 6 weeks to work on it, and then do your presentation.
Well, as soon as April gets back.
Oh,
Let the people here. What else we got?
See, my kids would have took this and put it through a shredder and collect the pieces and now put it together.
cameras working tonight? So they wouldn't be working tonight.
Okay, I think we're ready to continue. Mr. Cruz, could you close the doors, please? Thank you. Superintendent Carr?
Mr. Ruthier, bills for payment, please.
Superintendent Carr, President Buckley, members of the Board of Education, we have your review and subsequent approval for registers totaling $320,242.92.
A motion, please.
I'll make a motion to accept the bills for payment.
I'll support.
Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Right ahead, Mr.
Great,
Ruthier.
thank you.
In addition, we have before the Board of Education the final revision of the 2004-05 fiscal year-end budget for the general fund. Just briefly, there are several line item changes within this document in pages 2 and 3 in the supporting material. They deal primarily with changes in severance and the reduction of some approximate 5 custodial staff and certified staff for the current year. In addition to that, we've been able to generate some savings due to the excellent experience in our health insurance provider, namely Blue Cross and Blue Shield. The long and short of this is that while we projected a zero fund balance for this year way back in June, we were estimating to end this school year with approximately $1.2 million, which will be carried forward into 05-06. There was a meeting held prior to this with the Finance Committee, and a more in-depth review and explanation was delivered at that time. If there are any questions, I'd be glad to entertain them.
I'd just like to emphasize that we are still spending approximately $1,500,000 more than we're taking in during this year. So we have been running on our savings account, and this is a little bit better than what we'd projected, but we're pretty much on schedule with the kind of predictions that we made as this budget was adopted last year.
Thank you. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to accept the budget as presented by Mr. Ruthier.
Support.
Any questions on the budget report? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Mr. Dolan, and a cast of thousands.
Cast of thousands. President Buckley, members of the board, we have tonight Miss Silveri and her Hale Creek staff, kids, and parents. Miss Silveri.
Yes.
Please. It's not on.
It's on the bottom.
Sure. Do it again.
Now?
Yeah.
Thank you. It's nice to be here. Last year, I think we were scheduled twice. Each time I believe we had a snow day and had to be rescheduled until we were finally off the calendar. So, but we, never dying out, we're here. That we have a number of staff and students and parents from our Hale Creek community. And that's kind of the whole idea of what we're going to be showing you today. Not highlighting any one particular program, but just telling you a little bit about our school and some of the smaller programs that have really been very efficient, beneficial, educational to our students. So I'll turn it over to Mr. Sohaney.
Mr. Carr, can you, one of the lights back there, they said if we turn one off there and one off in the back. You can see the presentation better. Thank you. My name is Jason Selhaney. I'm a 4th grade teacher at Hale Creek Elementary. This is my 7th year of teaching. I've actually worked at Hale Creek all 7 years. We put together for you a presentation, sort of a presentation about our school. When we look at our school, we consider it one big puzzle. And there's lots of pieces that go into making that puzzle. And, click. our theme for our presentation is about cultivating a community of learners, that we truly believe that all of our kids can learn and that all of our kids need to be met at the level that they're at in order to have them be successful. What you have before you is you have an outline of the school. And if you look before you, you also have an envelope with some pieces inside and with some Velcro. So if you want to take those pieces out, we're going to be using them and showing them throughout our presentation.
Love this new technology.
Okay, the first piece of our puzzle is about highly qualified staff. Research shows that one direct link to improving student achievement is the number of teachers that are highly qualified, the number of teachers that institute research-based methods, and one of the biggest influences on student achievement is the teacher in the classroom. First of all members of our staff are deemed highly qualified. All members of our staff have either achieved a master's degree or are working towards it. All staff has implemented a well-defined curriculum that has been established by Romulus Community Schools. And all staff utilize research-based teaching methods, including cooperative learning, including mastery learning, power writing, 6 traits, and other methods. Finally, all of our staff are on the same page, and we continue the implementation of our NCA plan. And this gives us a focus and direction for our school. Okay, as you can see by the graph here, we wanted to highlight, again, the fact that 100% of our staff is highly qualified, have achieved a master's degree or working towards one. 100% has knowledge of the NCA, knowledge of their curriculum, and 100% of our teachers utilize research-based teaching in their classroom. Okay, the second piece of our puzzle is focused instruction. Our Learning Center specialist develops a program each year that targets students that are deficient in one or more areas, especially in reading and math. We focus at the beginning of the year in 4th grade. As we move on, we focus a little more in 3rd grade, and I do believe the 2nd grade is now receiving some services. These programs are developed in conjunction with the classroom teachers. The program provides small group instruction based on district assessments, so we find out where they're deficient, we find out what we need to do to raise achievement. Their learning is focused on specific areas to target deficiencies. We don't just do a bunch of stuff. We find out specifically what they need, and we make sure that that's what we do within these groups. Our learning specialist is a 30-year veteran who is outstanding at really focusing instruction, keeping kids on task, and moving them through what they need to learn. Okay, the third piece of our puzzle is support services. Up here we have weekly building team meetings, and I'm not sure how familiar all the Board of Education members are with those weekly team meetings, but what they do is teachers make referrals, and everyone comes and they sit around a big table, and it can be very intimidating sometimes because you have the principal there, social worker, psychologist, learning specialist, speech therapist, and a special education person as well. And what we do is we bring a student who maybe is struggling, a student who might need some extra services, and so we bring them together and we brainstorm, and we use the collective knowledge of all the people there to see what we can do for the child, how we can support them. We also at our school do yearly student reviews, and that determines the needs of the individual child, and we put a plan in place that's specific and measurable and that supports the learner. Again, we find out exactly what they need and we make sure that we implement it so that none of the kids fall through the cracks. The fourth piece of the puzzle is our climate. And as you're going along with your pictures, obviously we wanted you to have 4 pieces on there so that we could see the picture come together. But like all teachers and smart people, they sort of go ahead and they get things all set. They want to see the end result. And that sort of feeds into our presentation that you have to look at all the pieces in order to get to the end product. Our fourth piece of the puzzle is climate. The climate of our school, we have a well-maintained learning environment. We have a welcoming atmosphere when you walk in. We have bulletin boards and displays that showcase student artwork and class units of study. All these pieces of artwork up here, the art teachers in our district are phenomenal. And they highlight and they put around our school these beautiful pieces of artwork. And then we also have bulletin boards and showcases that highlight school events and parent involvement projects, such as Muffins for Mom, Donuts for Dads, science fair, our assemblies and activities like that. They're sort of displayed all around. The fifth piece of our puzzle is social skill development. We truly believe at our school that it's not just all about academics, that sometimes we really have to start looking at the development of the social skills and how kids interact with each other, and look at developing those as well as their academic goals. This is how we define our development of our social skills. First of all, we teach them how to develop friendships and healthy interactions between students. We utilize cooperative groups. We teach children how to become problem solvers. We also teach them about taking action and leadership, such as safety patrol, student advisory council. I mean, kids are chosen. Kids are picked based on their involvement, their academics, and their social behaviors
That's pretty cool.
to be part of those. Developing a sense of responsibility and community. We also implement a Learning to Give program, which is philanthropy. We teach the kids how to give their times, talents, and treasures to others and not just sort of look at ourselves. We teach our children about learning to make better choices, and the last two up here we brought some students to talk about. Managing and improving your own behavior. We want to teach the kids that they're responsible for what they do and the choices they make and how they impact your classroom, how they impact their learning, and in general, how it impacts the whole climate of the classroom. So I'd like to invite Mrs. Carter up, and she has a couple of her students that are going to come up and speak to this.
Good evening. I am Sarah Carter. This is my 4th year teaching at Hale Creek, and I've been fortunate to be there all 4 years. I have 3 phenomenal students here with me tonight to share with you some of the unique things we do in our classroom.
Good evening. My name is Samantha Stobie. I am in 3rd grade at Hale Creek Elementary. I am in Miss Carter's class. I was in Miss Carter's class last year in 2nd grade. Now I'm in 3rd grade with her because she has a split 2nd and 3rd grade class. One thing I like being in Miss Carter's class is that we do Fun Friday. In order to have Fun Friday, you have to turn in your homework packet and have good behavior, which you should not get IRs. We get to do lots of fun things. We get to go to kayak and play on the computers. We get to watch movies. We get to play outside. We even get to play a class game. The point is that we are responsible for our homework, and we have to have good behavior. Once again, my name is Samantha Stobie, and have a good night.
Good job, Samantha.
Hello, my name is Courtney Charleston. I am a 3rd grader at Hale Creek Elementary School. I was in Miss Carter's class last year in 2nd grade, and I am in Miss Carter's this year because she has a split class. One thing I like about being in Miss Carter's class are cookie bucks, banana bucks, and pizza bucks. These are what they look like. You earn these for many different ways. First, you can earn them by getting your assignment book signed or by having good behavior. Another way is by turning in your homework packet. The coupon stands for $1. The more you earn, the more you get. For an example, we earned banana bucks. Miss Carter brought in ice cream and many different toppings. You had to pay 1 banana buck. For each topping you wanted so the more banana bucks you had, the bigger your banana split was. I had a huge one. Good behavior, and it helped us work harder and listen to the teacher.
Hello, my name is Alexis Swanson. I'm in 3rd grade at Hale Creek Elementary School.
and I was in Miss Carter's class for 2 years, last year and this year, and I did not fail second grade. One thing I like about Miss Carter's class is book buddies. Book buddies help kids like me read better and help kids understand what book buddies are about. Book buddies are older kids in 5th grade, and it is a lot of fun to do book buddies and work with older people. And experience what it is like to be with an older person. When we do book buddies, it is like we are not doing any work, but we actually are doing work by reading. And it is very fun to work with and do book buddies. And some books we read are funny and silly, and some are make-believe, and some stories are true stories. Like Arthur and Clifford and the Magic School Bus and Ginny V. Jones. All of these are make-believe, and other books are not make-believe. Also, when we do book buddies, we read jokes and other things we like to read, and other kids besides me like to do book buddies. As I was saying, book buddies are fun, and we read very talented books, and some are silly, and some books are sad, and some books are scary, and some books we read in book buddies are embarrassing. When we do book buddies, we also can talk to each other, and we can sit wherever we pick as long as we don't get distracted. And we pay attention, and we listen or read to our book buddies. Once again, my name is Alexis Swanson, and have a good night.
Thank you, ladies. In case you weren't aware, Miss Carter does have a second, third split class at our school. So maybe we could work on that for next year. The last thing down there, and they spoke to it about the book buddies, is about classroom partnerships. Lots of times we do book buddies with different grades. We have cross-age tutoring, and we even do team teaching. In our school, the 5th and 6th grade teachers see all the 5th and 6th grade classes in order to teach to their expertise. So the kids not only get a chance to see different teachers, but the teachers that are teaching the classroom, that's their specialty, and that's what they truly enjoy teaching. So the kids will get a better education from being in that classroom. I'm going to invite Ms. Sims up. She's currently a 6th grade teacher at our school, and she's going to speak real quickly about some of our classroom partnerships.
Good evening. Good evening. Again, I wanted to just speak to the partnerships. One of the things that we participate in, the ladies have already spoken to, and it is the Book Buddy program. The 6th grade model, or actually pairs up with the kindergarten program that Ms. Kudra has structured in a wonderful way to make sure that we have that interaction every week. One of the awesome things, though, is it supports our curriculum directly, because at the kindergarten level and throughout those levels, up to 6th grade and throughout high school, we're focusing on reading comprehension, reading instruction. So it's a great opportunity for me as a 6th grade teacher to instruct and talk about comprehension and intonation and all these different strategies, and then to have them pair up with the kindergartners and read in that way and ask those students to do the same thing, predicting, so on and so forth. So that is an awesome program that we are able to facilitate. In addition, it supports our learning to give objectives in the sense that they are getting an opportunity to share their time and their talent of reading with those book buddies. So that is awesome. And then finally, we also talk about those classroom partnerships. As we are able to switch classes and do team teaching with the teachers at 5th and 6th grade, we're able to really become the experts in our field and give that direct instruction to make sure that kids are achieving at the level that they are able to meet. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sims. Our 6th piece of the puzzle up here is about building future teachers. We have a unique program at Hale Creek. that allows us to be a cluster site for student teachers from Western Michigan University. They come, we usually have between 5 and 8 per semester, and they get an opportunity to work with the kids. They get an opportunity to learn from some of our master teachers and to have the good experiences of being part of Romulus Community Schools. Okay, the program provides additional staff to work with small groups, again, to focus instruction where it's most needed, and it also gives us an opportunity to learn about some up-to-date methods that the university students are bringing to us. We learn new strategies and new ways to teach things. Click. Oh, this I didn't correct this part. We've had over 40 interns that have completed this program, and currently we've had about 10 that actually have been hired and work in the district, and even Kristen Foos back here, she's was Mrs. Kudra's student teacher from the program. We have teachers at Rommel, and like I said, about 10. So Mrs. Kudra is going to come up. She's been our coordinator. She's going to talk real quickly about building these future teachers.
We are very fortunate at Hale Creek to have this cluster site program with Western Michigan University. It has several very unique features. One is that we have a consistent inflow of new teachers. And we have one university coordinator who supervises all the teachers and who works with the mentor teachers and with me. I have a title that's called mentor coach. And what I do is I work with the mentor teachers, with the principal, with the university coordinator who supervises the teachers, and we work on evaluation procedures, we work on troubleshooting, we work on just developing the student teachers to be the best that they can be. It also gives us an opportunity to see which are the really best teachers that we would recommend to our district for hire. As a cluster site coach, I am paid a stipend by the university, and I go to the university meetings where I meet with other coaches who are working with intern teachers in cluster sites throughout the Kalamazoo and the Downriver area. And then we review best mentoring practices. We review evaluation techniques. They give us information on the best educational practices, what's new in the state. And we meet like 3 times a month doing this. But we feel we're very fortunate to have this program at Hale Creek. And we've benefited and our children have benefited.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Kudrow. What's happening? Takes a minute, okay. Well, I'll go on then. The 7th piece of our puzzle, the 7th and final, that when we look at our whole picture of our school is the continuity. First of all, our lunchroom workers are here each day. They welcome our students in the morning and at lunchtime. Our teachers and social worker have the highest attendance rate in the district and are in school to teach. Please don't check that out, but I'm pretty sure. I know it. Our principal leads the staff and students effectively. Our paraprofessionals are here each day to provide the needed instructional support. Our secretary welcomes the parents and students to our building. She's that friendly face. And our literacy coach is here to support instruction in the classroom. So each person has a specific job, and their continuity, they're here day after day after day, so the kids know what to expect when they come in. We also have an intervention room specialist that is here to problem solve with the kids. Finally, it takes all these pieces in order to build the foundation to a good school, and so that's what we want to highlight through this illustration, that and highlight through your pictures, that it takes all these pieces to put them together in order to make the complete picture of our school. Okay, the completed puzzle. First of all, we have a well-rounded school that provides a focus for instruction and works to develop all the aspects of the learner. We have a place where children know the expectations, routines, and procedures that are conducive to a safe and orderly environment. We have a school that students enjoy coming to and enjoy learning at, and each person within our building plays a vital role in cultivating the Hale Creek community. Each piece has its job to fulfill our motto of learning for life. And finally, we had a video. It's not going to work, so we'll move on. I invited some of my students. We've just finished a poetry unit for Poetry Month, and we've been working on acoustic poems. And so this morning and last week, we were creating an acoustic poem that starts with the letters Hale Creek. And so everybody did their own. We combined it to find the absolute best, and then I'm going to have my students come up and present them. So if you guys would like to stand up here. Let's make sure it's spelled in the correct order. Come on, step over here. All the way down. Okay. I'm going to hold the microphone up while you guys read, okay?
H is for happy kids and a great school. A is for always go to school. You never know what you can get out of it.
L is for likes to do activities, be successful, read, and liars go to IR. E is for each student has a goal. C is for creative, caring kids. R is for respect. E is for excellent, eager to learn and exploring new things.
E is for excellent teachers. K is for kids are cool in Hale Creek School.
Okay, thank you.
Jason, could you have them say their names, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Alexis Dillard,
Carly Paul,
Abigail Bonus,
Asia Whitlow,
Danielle Blanc.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies, very much.
Excellent job.
So, finally, on behalf of our school, on behalf of the community and our parents that came tonight to bring their students, we'd like to say thank you to the Board of Education for allowing us the opportunity to present to you and sort of to give you a general idea of what our school is all about and all the pieces of the puzzle that make up Hale Creek School.
Good job.
So thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Spell it right there.
And we were bringing some boys with us.
I want to know if you paid him to say all those nice things.
He was up
I want to
there.
know if you paid him to say all those nice things.
He's going back home.
They got a lot of banana bucks. How many banana bucks they get for that one? Big Sunday.
I don't know.
I'm coming to Mrs. Carter's class.
They didn't finish taping because they couldn't get the equipment working because somebody went in there and screwed around.
Yeah.
So Steve was in there today labeling
When's the next banana buck day,
and
Jared?
I don't know what the deal is here, if it's with that equipment right here. I question whether seems to be an awful lot of problems. Technology. This thing here.
Thank you. You're welcome to leave. We welcome you to stay as well, but you may leave if you
Thank
like.
you, folks. Good job.
Thank you.
Jason, good job. Nice job.
I liked how attentive the kids were while everyone was speaking. They were good. Yeah.
I don't know if that was a problem with their equipment, this, or what, tonight.
Yep.
That was clever. I like that.
We were going to steal a piece of your puzzle.
You were?
You got up to leave?
Oh.
We were going to take a piece out and then let you go.
See you later.
Give him a minute.
Hey, Ed.
Okay, we're going to continue. Superintendent Carr?
Mr. Dolan?
Thank you, Mr. Carr. President Buckley, the policy committee was charged with the responsibility of developing an internet policy. Mr. Horn and Celeste led the group and produced a policy. Mr. Horn is here to answer any questions. Celeste, you want to comment?
Policy committee got together. Mr. Horn did a great job as putting all our information together, everything we need for, it's called the Internet Access and Email Acceptable Use Policy for our students K through 12. It also includes our staff, am I correct? Yeah. So it's for everyone, and it's something we have everyone sign so they know all the rules and the ins and outs of using the email and the internet within our school district. Tonight we need a recommendation, motion to approve this policy. Hopefully everybody's read it over. And if you have any questions, Mr. Horn knows all the, where all the T's are crossed and where all the I's are dotted.
Can we have a motion, please?
Madam Chairman, I'll make a motion to accept the internet access and email policy as presented.
Support.
Are there any questions?
I have a question. I didn't see it in here, and it may very well be in here, but I just had a question as to, is this for the students having email access?
At this point, there is no email access for students. However, the document is progressive enough just in case if projects come out that way. We've covered it previously. We don't really, have anything that addresses current applications. So one of the major goals is to get something that was relevant to
I don't think his mic's on.
increasing technology. Am I on?
There you go.
A little closer.
So right now, none of the kids in the district are on email right now?
No, not to my knowledge.
Okay. Good.
Any other questions? There's a motion on the floor. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. It's approved, Mr. Horn.
Thank you.
Good job, Mr.
Thank
Horn.
you.
Okay, you have two, sorry. We have two requests for Cedar Point field trips. They're both on Saturdays at no cost to the district. One is for the Romulus Middle School Band, Leadership Club, and Performing Arts classes on May 21st. And Hale Creek is going on the same day for their Student Advisory Council, and their Safety Patrol Squad. We needed a motion to approve those field trips.
Okay, I'd like to make that a motion, Madam President. Is this for
Also-
both of the field trips?
Right. for
Yeah,
both of
we'll
them.
do it together.
Together?
Yes.
Okay. I'll make the motion.
Okay, I need it.
I'll support it.
Thank you. Any questions on the field trips? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Now we go
Motion's
to,
carried. Thank you.
now we go to Mr. Clark and personnel actions.
Thank you, Mr. Carr. Members of the board, you have a motion before you tonight for the discontinuance of service and termination of employment for one of our teachers. At this time, I would like to bring forward Gary King, our school attorney.
Good evening. As Mr. Clark has indicated, there is a recommendation from the
Doesn't he need-
administration before you tonight.
The mic.
Can you grab the mic? Yeah.
Sure. The question is, can I remember what I just said so I can say it over again into the mic? As Mr. Clark has indicated, there is an administrative recommendation before you tonight relative to the termination of services of a probationary teacher. Since you received your material, we have received a request from the union representing the teacher that this matter be considered in closed session, which is a right that the teacher has under the State Open Meetings Act. So we're going to be asking you, I believe, at the end of the session to convene, or right now to convene in closed session for those purposes.
Need a motion to go into closed session.
Need a motion, please. Go into closed session.
I'll make a motion to go into closed session.
Support.
Okay, I need a roll call vote.
Mr. Kuderick?
Yes.
Ms. Lassie?
Yes.
Mr. McKivic?
Yes.
Ms. Frayer?
Yes.
Ms. Buckley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe, yes.
7:24 p.m.
Okay, I need a motion. Do we have everybody? I need a motion to convene into regular session.
I'll make a motion to reconvene into regular session.
Support.
May I roll call vote, please?
Yes. Mr. Kuderick?
Yes.
Ms. Lanasi?
Yes.
Mr. Mankiewicz?
Yes.
Ms. Freer?
Yes.
Ms. Buckley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe, yes.
Members of the board, a motion is needed for the Board of Education of the Romulus Community Schools to terminate the employment of Natalie Monteith effectively and immediately for the reasons set forth in the letter to Mrs. Monteith from the Director of Human Resources, Ed Clark, dated April 21st, 2005.
I'll make that motion, Madam President.
Support.
Need a roll call vote, please.
Yes. Mr. Kuderick?
Yes.
Ms. Lanasi?
Yes.
Mr. Mankiewicz?
Yes.
Ms. Freer?
Yes.
Ms. Buckley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe, yes.
The next item is communications and expressions.
We have communications and expressions from the public. I have Mr. Douglas Montague, if he would like to speak, if he's still here. Is he here?
I think he already did his.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That was it. Okay, items of interest from the superintendent.
Members of the board, you have before you quite a list of items of interest, and we also have passed out to you a calendar that is up to date as best we can do at this point in time for the remaining kind of activities for the rest of the school year. We're very proud of next Thursday, I think it's the 4th of May, we've got a MASB conference in Lansing. We're going to have 5 of our programs from schools honored and a couple of our board members, Mr. Mankiewicz and Mrs. White will be recognized at that activity in Lansing. So please take a really close look at what you're able to attend and let Carol, my secretary, know in some of these cases that we need to have reservations so the proper number of places can be available. You also will notice in your items of interest that our professional staff buyout program has had 37 participants, 27 from our teaching staff and 10 from our administrative staff. The 27 teachers will be retiring effective this year. The 10 administrators will be distributed over the years of 05, 06, and 07. So we can make an orderly transition of about half the leadership in our school district over that period of time. Those are the items that I have tonight. I do need to go into executive session for some other personnel and negotiations matters. We have a lot of things going on with other unions and some non-union staff we need to discuss relative to those negotiations.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn into executive session.
Support. Oh, we got
Wait.
Board.
Questions and
questions.
Okay, question concerns from the board.
That's okay.
Excuse me for
That's okay.
jumping ahead of
Yeah, she's jumping ahead a little bit. Okay. Ms. Lanasi?
The only question I have would be to our superintendent. Do we have a list of any others that have stepped forward to retire this year? Not teachers or administrators,
There are
from
a
our
couple
other
of
local
there are a
support
couple
groups?
There are a couple or 3 people who have stepped forward
Okay.
in relation to the situation for their particular unions. Their closing date on that, however, is like May 27th, so that's still an open.
It's still on.
Okay.
So that part has not been completed at
All
this
right.
point in time. The professional staff part has been put together, and we're now in the process of, in fact, we've scheduled interviews this Thursday for the middle school principal,
Yeah.
and the following Thursday, the 11th,
Yeah.
for the elementary principalship. Once we've selected the middle school principal, we'll be bringing that to the Board of Education on May 9th, and then we will be commencing the search for the assistant principal at the middle school and working out assignments, and if other holes open up, we'll be doing the additional tasks to get everybody assigned who's presently on staff by June 1, which is a contractual obligation we have with the.
I was wondering about the support, our support groups.
Our support groups still have the opportunity until May 27th.
Oh, that's still open, okay.
That's still open, yes.
Till
Okay,
May 27th.
yeah. May?
27th.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Mankiewicz?
I'd just like to remind the public that their right to vote, we have a school board election is May 3rd. There are 4 candidates seeking 2 seats.
You people out there need to get out and vote and express your desires.
Thank you. Ms. Frey. I actually just have a question concerning the JV baseball uniforms. Have you heard anything about those? I've gotten a phone call over the weekend that our uniforms have been stolen and that our kids are out there not looking very presentable for Romulus.
I have not heard that, but we'll look into it.
Yeah, if you could. And then another thing is to take action on that. Somebody needs to be, if that is the case, and it's alleged at this point, but we need to start taking into consideration how we're going to be replacing that equipment. For instance, if that equipment did come up stolen, what we'll need to do is, they'll need to do extra fundraisers and so on and so forth to earn money, because obviously we can't keep.
We have a $1,000 deductible on our insurance, so there's some avenues we have there. If you got a whole team's worth of uniforms taken, I'm sure it's more than $1,000. So we do have remedies that we can apply to the situation.
Yeah, if someone could check into that, because
Surprised
I
we
heard
hadn't heard anything
baseball
today.
hats were on back order for a couple weeks now, and they don't look very good. We want to get them cleaned up a little bit.
Madam
That's all
President,
I
I
have.
have one more concern.
Yes, Ms. Lanasi. go right
Received a
ahead.
phone call from somebody this morning about the lights at the auditorium. I think it was yesterday during the play, going off and on. It was probably due to the underground wiring.
That was also happening on Friday, too.
Yeah.
Again, we'll look into that.
Yeah.
I mean, they were constantly flashing, like somebody was playing with the switches and there was nobody there.
Yeah,
playing
no
with
one
them.
was playing. Yeah, that's what they thought
There's
Sunday.
a
That someone-
ghost in the auditorium.
Yeah.
But it was Romeo and Juliet, not Phantom of the Opera.
Could have been.
It was probably Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I just had a couple of things. Yes, Ms.
A couple things. Over the last week or so, we went over to the middle school, and they had their science fair going on and displays. There was some interesting projects that some of the students did. Some of the products were from chewing gum to laundry detergent to, I don't know, paper airplanes. That was a unique one.
Yeah.
And light bulbs and paintballs, too. And also the play over at the high school, the Romeo and Juliet. It was a unique version of it, that's for sure. Proper wording, but the costumes and everything, it definitely got your interest.
Okay. Anything else from the board members? I just had a couple of things. I was gonna just piggyback off what you said, Tom. Romeo and Juliet, the play was great. Ann, was that your daughter that was in the lead role of Juliet? She was great. She was great. Also, there was, at the high school, I went to an AXO program, which is Academic, Cultural, Technological, and Scientific Olympics, that took place at our high school. There were 8 Romulus students that were participants out of 24, so they fared very well. And also, I guess that's it. Did you want to talk about this Little League, the opening day for Little
Oh,
League?
yes. Opening day is this Saturday. I believe it starts at 12 o'clock. Is that 12 o'clock? 11 o'clock.
11 the parade starts.
Right, and all the board members, I believe, and the administration has been invited to attend. So if you could get out, definitely try not to miss that. It's a great sight to see. All the kids are very excited to get out there and play baseball for the first time. And I believe your mayor shows up and he throws the first pitch. So it's pretty interesting, and it's really good for the kids. So if you could show up, they'd appreciate it. They have a parade where they encourage all the board members to come out and walk in the parade behind the fire truck. So
Well, not horses.
We've had another,
We moved up, Betty.
another interaction with the Little League also. They volunteered to put up a flagpole at the athletic fields and some additional fencing, and they've met with Mr. Ruthier and Mr. Morris, and we've said to go ahead and do this. It's been approved through our administrative staff, and we've said, go for it.
It's at Mount Pleasant. by the way.
right.
I think it's at Mount Pleasant, okay. At Mount Pleasant for the facility there.
I did want to mention, a couple of our former employees passed away. Kathy Cope passed away on Thursday. Looks like her memorial service will be tomorrow at Crane Funeral Home. And Kathy was a para at Barth Elementary. And also Lucy Verdusco, she was a former custodian at Romulus High School, and she retired in the 80s.
And the viewing will be at Michigan Memorial Funeral Home from 1 to 9 on Wednesday, and viewing 9 to 10:30 at St. Aloysius on Thursday, and the funeral will be at 10:30 on Thursday. Thank you. I'm just gonna back up a little bit. Mr. Hensley, I understand you wanted to speak, so I'll allow you this opportunity to speak. If you would take that microphone. If you would state your name and your address. I'm out of the norm a little bit, but you're welcome to talk.
My name is Glenn Hensley, 34596 Julie Drive. I'm also parent coordinator of the Romulus Middle School. And for you guys that don't know me, I would like to thank this board for allowing me to be on part of the selection and the interview process for the middle school principal and assistant principal. I feel that we're due for a change and we need a change.
Yeah.
And I just want to thank you.
You're very welcome.
You're welcome, yeah.
You're welcome. Okay, anything else from the board members? Okay. I need a motion to go into executive session, please.
I'll make the motion to adjourn into executive session.
Support.
Roll call.
Mr. Kudrick?
Yes.
Ms. Lanasi?
Yes.
Mr. McCavich?
Yes.
Ms. Frayer?
Yes.
Ms. Buckley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe, yes.
It can.
There will be no action after the executive session other than
Is
adjournment.
that for the executive session?
No. This was just what went on at the. Carol has me proofreading.
Jason, nice job.
Welcome.
Okay.
So I take it you got your phone call.
That's what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah, we'll be here.
Been doing it for 30 years. I mean,
Okay. Are you ordering pizza? Since we just gave you a heck of a deal on a car.
I'll come after polls
$5,
close.
hot and now.
Hey.
As soon as the polls close, I'll come over here.
Okay, cool. Yep. So hopefully it'll be our victory celebration. Okay.
Franklin High School, 31,000 Joy Road.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Here, you can take that.
I'll be there.
Okay.
And
are you
then,
going to the Teacher of the Year thing?
and then if the gentleman would like after the election, you know, or wherever you see our signs up, just feel free to take them down.
Okay, now, oh, where am I at? My note.
Or later on in the
Are we
day.
on yet, Steve?
Somebody put a
Okay,
sign
can I
in
have
my
a
yard.
motion to come
Snuck
back
it in.
into,
All right, I'll make a motion to reconvene into regular session.
Support.
roll call, please?
What time is it? Oh, 9 o'clock.
Oh, my God, 9 o'clock. It's past my bedtime.
Mr. Kudrick?
Yes.
Ms. Lanasi?
Yes.
Mr. McCavich?
Yes.
Ms. Frayer?
Yes.
Ms. Buckley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe, yes.
I make the motion to adjourn.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Means adjourned.
You guys
Drive safe.